Hey Scrummies, welcome to this Daily Scrum live demo session. Friends, we all know that after Scrum Guide 2020 updates, traditional 3 questions are no longer mandatory. So in this session, we are giving you totally different new trending daily Scrum questions, which you can also propose to your teams. So this session is also going to be beneficial for all new wannabe Scrum Masters who want to know how daily Scrum looks like. And after watching this session, they can gain more confidence. Friends, we really appreciate if you hit one like for our team members' efforts. Your one like is a big motivation for all of us. And if you are new to our channel, please do subscribe for more real life valuable content. So without further delay, let's begin our session. Over to you, Shashank.
Yep, before we get into the topic, so that's me. So my name is Shashank Pachnuri. I'm a Scrum Master in India with 10 years of IT experience. I am an Agile enthusiast helping organizations and teams on their journey towards Agile transformation. With an Agile mindset, using various frameworks, tools, and techniques. Now let's get into the topic. Yes, so Daily Scrum meeting rules. So what is Daily Scrum? For those who are new to Agile and beginning their Agile journey, allow me to take a couple of minutes to brief you about Daily Scrum meeting. The Daily Scrum is one of the 5 events the Scrum framework offers. The Daily Scrum is often referred to as the stand-up, which comes from extreme programming. In Scrum framework, on each day of the sprint, the team holds a daily sprint meeting called the Daily Scrum. Meetings are typically held in the same location and at the same time each day. Ideally, a daily Scrum meeting is held in the morning as it helps set the context for the coming day's work. These Scrum meetings are strictly time boxed to 15 minutes. This keeps the discussions brisk but relevant. The purpose of the daily Scrum is to help progress towards a sprint goal and to form a 24-hour plan to increase the likelihood of the sprint goal being met. All team members are required to attend Scrum meetings. Since both the Scrum Master and the Product Owner are committed team members, they are expected to attend and participate. Anyone else, for example, a departmental vice president, a salesperson, or a developer from another project, is allowed to attend as a passive audience and listen. This makes Scrum meetings an excellent way for a Scrum team to disseminate information. If you're interested in hearing where things are at, attend that day's meeting. The daily Scrum meeting is not used as a problem solving or issue resolution meeting. Rather, issues are raised and taken offline and usually dealt with by the relevant subgroup immediately after the meeting. During the daily Scrum, each team member answers the following 3 questions. What did you do yesterday? What will you do today? Are there any impediments in your way? By focusing on what each person accomplished yesterday and will accomplish today, the team gains an excellent understanding of what work has been done and what work remains. The daily Scrum meeting is not a status update meeting in which a boss is collecting information about who is behind schedule. Rather, it is a meeting in which team members make commitments to each other. Any impediments that are raised in the Scrum meeting become the Scrum Master's responsibility to ensure that they are resolved as quickly as possible. Typical impediments are, for example, I need help debugging a program or problem with an XYZ, or I'm struggling to learn XYZ and would like to pair with someone on it. Or it also can be, I cannot get the so-and-so group, give me any time and I need to meet with them. Or you can say another example could be the departmental VP has asked me to work on something else for a day or two, right? You might have heard most of such scenarios with your teams as well, right? In such cases, where the Scrum Masters cannot remove these impediments directly by himself. Example, usually the more technical issues, which I have brief right now, one of the examples, he still takes responsibility for making sure someone on the team does quickly resolve the issue. Most teams conduct the daily Scrum meeting by having each person answer the 3 questions in order. You answer all 3 questions, then the next person, and the next, and so on. An interesting alternative that some teams find helpful is to talk through one product backlog item before moving on to the next. In this way, an individual may get an update at multiple different times during the same meeting. Now let's take a look at the set of questions that we have. All right. So set A is nothing but the classic questions that we often keep using them. It could be a different sentence framework might vary, right? The questions might vary based on the framework of the question. What story did you work on yesterday? Who worked on it with you? And what story did you plan to tackle today? What will you work with on it? Who will you work with on it? What obstacles, if any, do you anticipate to finishing? So these set of classic questions are commonly used in all the teams, both new and experienced teams. Now, let us take a look at the new trending set of questions that enable the teams to have a different perspective and think out of the box. The next set of questions is called as shared learning. In this set of questions can help teams which are in the forming stage, which have begun the journey towards agile transformation. These questions can help teams to share their ways of learning, be it research or investigation they are doing throughout the day to ensure the set of tasks or commitments for the day are completed. This will help team members to share different ways of approach to one problem, which can help other team members. The questions are, in the work you did yesterday, what did you learn that could help the whole team? What do you hope to learn today? How will you share it with all of us? What gets in your way of learning? And comes the next set of questions wherein you're trying to find some help. This set of questions can help new and experienced teams which are in forming or norming stage. This set of questions allows team members to share their library of knowledge that they refer to in order to address any issues or challenges. These questions allows teams to explore and share knowledge or sources of knowledge and help each other. The questions are, what helpful resources, example websites, books, articles, repositories, team members, expertise, etc., did you access yesterday for your work? Where will you look for help today? When have you found it difficult to find helpful resources? What gets in the way? The next set of questions are set D, that is achieving the plan. In this set of questions can help both, they can help the experienced teams strategize to achieve the plan. No sprint goal can be achieved by a single person in the team. It is a collaborative effort of the whole team. With these questions, it reminds all the team members, all the team players to know how important their role is to achieve the plan. By using the confidence index towards the end of the questions on a scale of 0 to 5, we come to know the pulse of the team, which boosts their morale and confidence confidence level sprint after sprint. Let's take a look at the questions. How did you help the team move towards achieving our iteration plan yesterday? How will you help us move forward in the plan today? What will impede your progress? And on a scale of 0 to 5, 0 being no way and 5 being super confident, how confident are you that we will complete all the work in our iteration plan? Coming to the last but not the least set of questions. This set of questions can help new or experienced teams to realize the significance of the commitments and that the commitments are to one another. So what are the questions? So the questions are, what did you commit yesterday? What do you hope to commit today? What hinders your ability to continuously integrate your work today? So those were some interesting questions. I hope these are something different which you can utilize. You will help your teams to come up with different ideas and thoughts during your daily Scrum meetings. I would also like to share a couple of basic rules, or maybe you can say just during the meetings, which I share with my teams. So some do's and don'ts in a meeting, which can really be helpful for your meetings to be more effective and more informative. So the do's are, please turn on your camera for all the meetings. So I request all my team members to turn on the cameras. Why the camera should be turned on? So as we are all are connected virtually, the two most important factors that we need to utilize to the fullest to ensure maximum exchange of information via communication is audio and video in any virtual meeting. This will help the facilitator, the Scrum Master, to know if you're able to keep up with the discussion or you want us to slow down. And another important point is that this will also help the facilitator know that if you are participating in the meeting 100%, as we might need your thoughts and inputs during any point of the meeting. And the next important point is ensure internet connection is stable and bandwidth is good enough to support video calls. And the don'ts are, please do not multitask during any meeting. Team might need your 100% attention to provide suggestions and valuable inputs during the meeting. Don't be late to meetings. Always join the meeting on time to have a productive and time box meetings to avoid extension that might impact the following meetings. So these do's and don'ts are for any meeting, regardless of any event throughout your day, right? So I think these are some basic instructions that we can share with our teams. So I just thought to share with you all. All right, I think that was it for today.
Hey, thanks, Shashank, for that presentation. Over to you, Shashank. You can start the demo now.
All right. Thank you, Sanam. So let me quickly start sharing my screen and we will begin with our daily Scrum today, guys. All right. I hope you are all able to see my screen.
Yes.
Yes, Shashank.
Okay. Awesome. So yes, guys. So like we've been doing our daily Scrum every day using some classic questions, right? The regular questions that we have. What did you work on yesterday? What story did you plan for today? And what impediments that you have, right? So just to break that monotonous questions, so we have come up with some new set of questions like we just introduced on day 1 of our sprint. Today we are at day 5. So let us go ahead with this set of questions, that is set B, where Neha will be sharing her plan for the day. And yeah, over to you, Neha.
Yeah. Hi, Shashank. Good morning. So yesterday I worked on UI creation for login page. I have learned the optimized way of routing the page. So basically, this will help our team towards to achieve our initial step towards our sprint goal. So today I will be working on database creation of login page. So here, after today's task, I will hoping to learn to write the optimized way or good way of query basically. So in the every task that I do, basically I will definitely I learn something. So when I will complete my all the tasks, I'm hoping or I will be in a part to learn about a database, like how to increase the memory of database or how to write a good query basically. That is all from my end, Shashank.
Nice, nice. Great. Thanks, Neha.
Thank you.
All right, now let's move on to the next set of questions, that is set C, finding help. So Deepika, would you like to share your updates on your story with respect to these questions?
Sure, Shashank. So I'm working with respect to SS11 user story. So with respect to that task, I contacted Ramya, like our PO, with respect to few inputs as discussed in the last call. So she has given me few changes and almost 60 to 70% I have completed on the task. And regarding where will you look up for the help today, I want your help because I have to contact the squad team and also Center of Excellence, what Ramya has suggested as per that. and this is the impediment I am facing. And you can give me 2 hours, and before that, I will try to investigate from my end. And if it is not possible, I'll reach out to you for help, Shashank.
Sure, Deepika. Always.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deepika. All right, awesome. Now let's go to the next set of questions. That is set D. Okay, over to you, Kirti. Would you like to share your updates for today? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So as for the sprint goal, we are targeting to implement the login page for the portal itself in this sprint. So for that, my story was related to the masking of the login page password. I tried yesterday building on a framework which can easily enable the functionality, but currently I am facing, so my plan was to move ahead forward today, but yesterday I had connected with some teams who have already worked on it, but somehow that is not working. Maybe they don't have capacity or they don't have time for help. So Shashank, I would need your help in this to help me solve this impediment. And on a scale of 0 to 5, I am currently not very confident because we are on the 5th day of the sprint. So we would be maybe on a scale of 5, I'm at 2 currently. If we get little help, I'm sure we'll be able to do the story.
Sure, Kirti, definitely. We'll catch up offline and we'll get to speak with those team members, and we'll get all the help you need to make it 5. All right.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Great. Thanks, Kirti. And Manoj, would you like to share your updates?
Yeah, sure, Shankar. So mine is SS14. Yeah.
Yep.
As we committed the implementation for login functionality, right? So the backend part is already completed, implementation of the services, and the UI part was taken care by Deepika. That also completed. But the challenging part here was the backend, the production data, which we are expecting from the client side to validate the same from the development perspective. Hope we are getting this today. So that there are no impediments at this moment. We have completed all the development part. Only thing is waiting for the testing from development end. If we have completing, then we are good. So part of like confident level from 0 to 5, I could say like we are sure we will complete by today.
Awesome.
So no challenges.
That's great. Thanks, Manoj. Thanks for the word of confidence there. All right, so now let's go to the next set of questions. That is set E, continuous integration. So we have Sindhu. Hey, Sindhu.
Hey, hi Shashank. Hi everyone.
Hello.
So mine is 3. Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Shashank. So Shashank, on this, I do have 4 subtasks like a full name, email address, username, password. I have to create. I'm done with the full name, username, and password. Yesterday, I was about to finish all this item. I was committed to do that. However, I was facing some kind of issues with email address. The issues with regular expression. So when I'm validating with regular expressions, I was struck, and still now I'm not able to clear that one. Uh, Team, anyone aware of this issue? Anyone have worked with regular expressions? Can anyone help me on this?
Yes, Sindhu, I can help you with that. I have done that in last sprint itself, so it's quite fresh.
Oh, thank you, Kirti. Then I will start to work on the sign up below the fields. Place a clickable button, sign up below the fields. That as well I need to finish. So I will work on that once after your work. Can you please help me on that, Kirti?
Sure. I'll do that.
Thank you so much, Kirti. You're very kind. So Shashank, that's it. With the help of Kirti, probably I will try to finish this by tomorrow at maximum. Both of this item.
Yes, we'll do it together. No problem.
Yeah, thank you, Kirti. That's it on my end, Shashank. Thank you. That was an impediment I faced yesterday, and still I'm continuing. Tomorrow, hopefully, I will make it.
All right. Thank you so much, Sindhu, and thank you, Kiki, for jumping in there for helping Sindhu. All right, so that was really quick, guys. Thank you so much for sharing your updates. And yes, so and coming to the questions, so I hope you all I hope you are enjoying the way you are integrating these questions to the day how we are planning every day, and our continuous, our goal towards to achieving a sprint goal, what we've been doing every week. So yes, thank you so much, guys. And you guys are really quickly adapted to the new set of questions that we shared, and you're always ready for experimenting and taking up the new challenges. So yeah, thanks for that, guys. And yeah, coming to the action items for me. So with Deepika, I'll be working with Deepika where we connect with the Center of Excellence for the dashboard UI integration approvals, and also we'll raise a change request if needed to implement the same. Yeah. And coming to Kirti, she wants help on connecting with the VAT framework team who had built the same masking functionality recently. So I'll be doing that, and I'll get back to you guys by end of the day, and so that we can quickly resolve them and we can move right with the roadblocks. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, Shashank. Thank you.
Awesome. So apart from this, any other challenges or any risks that you see, guys, that you see, which might stop us achieving a sprint goal? Anything comes to your mind? Not only the stories, anything else?
No, Shashank.
Okay.
Coffee machines are not working, Shashank.
Oh, I'll work on that, Chandan. I'll work on with the admin team on that. Sure. Yeah, we had to work.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Have a good one. Thank you.
Yeah.